Y'all gotta get with the program, champ. 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 Y'all gotta get with the 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 program, champ. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Vibing with Don Vito show. We got a special guest that's coming on goes by the name of Rudy Lowe. We're gonna wait till he pull up. He's supposed to be pulling up in a minute. There you go. Rudy Lowe, I see you just joined. There we go, Rudy Lowe in the building. People, I think we got action. Y'all hold up 1 second. Let's get it popping, Rudy Lowe. There we go. Yo. Say it, don't mess with nothing. We ready. You heard?
Yeah, wavy.
You would. We good. What's up, Rudy Lowe? What's happening, bro?
Yo, peace to the people, man. Maintain it, chill.
Peace, man. A lot of people, man, want to hear your story and all that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to chronicle the odds.
There it is. Sure, I'm gonna ask you how you been holding up, man, with the situation we got going on, man.
I've been maintaining, but it's been type chaotic because all the misinformation and lack of attention that's given to the hood, especially around my way, being from Brownsville, being from Brooklyn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of incidents with the man, with the police, you know what I mean? The opposition. That's
right.
But other than that, I've been taking the time to be creative.
I
don't know, man. Me being from my background and my lifestyle, I'm always used to taking a negative, turning it into a positive. So by us being confined or locked down during the quarantine and the pandemic and the epidemic, I'm gonna tap into my inner self. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, trying to be a voice to the people that can't be heard, meaning that people similar to myself that's stuck in the hood, in our environment, that don't have much resources, and we be trying to I try to put my peers on point so they don't get into a confrontation with the man and indirectly bring me or my other peers involved in it.
Exactly. So a lot of people, y'all don't know my man Rudy Lowe. You know, we got Rudy Lowe Life Chronicles. Tell everybody where you from, bro.
I'm from Brooklyn, Brownsville, Crownsville, man. Brooklyn, New York, man. Low Life original, 2 L's up. Fashion icon. I like to wear a new label. Activist, community activist, trendsetter, history maker, etc., etc.
etc. Yo, so let's take them back a little bit, man. Tell them how life was growing up in Brownsville.
Well, for me, it was real hectic for me and my peers because we grew up in the early '80s, in the mid '80s. So economically, it was hard for our upbringing due to our families and being poverty stricken. So we grew up making it happen for ourselves. You know what I mean? And due to that, we got caught up with the politics and the community, and things metaphors into what it is today. I like to categorize it as, meaning that me and my peers' plights and fights led us up to the things we're going through now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hopefully helping us unite and take it to the next level.
Right. So back in the days when growing up in Brownsville, did you ever get in any trouble and stuff like that growing up as a young dude?
Oh yes. Of course, it's only 2 roads to the life of crime. Either death or the can. So, you
Right.
know, of course, I unfortunately, I spent most of my time inside the can, incarcerated,
Yeah.
because, you know, doing crime at an early age and doing it in abundance the way me and my peers was doing it. Of course, I got my wings clipped, meaning that I wind up inside the can. I wasn't free as a bird no more. You heard?
Yes, sir. Okay, so inside the can, how was it inside the can as a young dude, man?
I hate to admit it, but me per se, me being in DFY, you know, Tryon, stuff like that, Beach House, I was kind of prepared to get incarcerated. Meaning this, it's like a graduation. It's like I graduated. You know, first I started getting arrested. You know, our parents would have to come to the family court to get us, and come to the precinct to get us. That was easy. And then
Right.
going to Swafford, letting us go through family court. You know what I mean? So I went from Swafford to Rikers Island, and of course from Rikers Island to the top. But
Right.
I wasn't like a lot of other people, meaning that the first time I went to Rikers Island, I still on Rikers Island. The first time I
Right.
went there, I went upstate.
Uh-huh.
And it part of my language, and it messed up my life. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Because I became immune to it. It was I know with my lifestyles, it comes with my lifestyle. It's a part of my lifestyle, getting
Right.
incarcerated. So it was, like I said, it was second nature to me. It wasn't nothing to me until recently, in about maybe like 8 or 10 years since I came home from my last bit from the reversal, that I changed my ideology and my way of thinking, and it didn't become a part of my lifestyle anymore. So
Right.
now it's abnormal for me, but before it was normal for me. Me and my peers, which is kind of bad, because in society it sets you up, like I said, for a stepping stone, like graduation, like they
Right.
do in the regular educational system.
Uh-huh. So let me ask you a question. So growing up, were you in any gangs and stuff like that?
No, a lot of people like to misinterpret or misrepresent that the Lowlights was a gang. We wasn't a gang. We was a
Right.
clique or group or crew. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because it wasn't no one set of rules. It wasn't no one set of a leader. Even though it was certain people were more popular in certain categories and in certain geographical areas, it was not a gang per se, but it was a clique. It gave us like a semi of a brotherhood or a camaraderie, a friendship or familyhood outside of your immediate family.
Right.
Because, like I said again, for me and my peers, my family dynamics was abnormal.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't normal. I
Yes.
didn't have normal siblings and cousins and things of that nature. So the void that I was missing inside my household, I obtained from my peers in the streets, in my community, in
Yeah.
Crownsville, in Crown Heights and Brownsville. The
Yes.
people that we went and committed crime and hung out together every day. We grew up together. Like I said, we was a brotherhood.
Yeah. All right. So the last time me and you spoke, we remember we talked about some of the old gangs like Education and Sonny Carson. Remember the Warlords? What was that? Them names?
Yes, I like to explain it as when I chronicleize my life. Like I always like to say, past, present, and future. You got to understand your past, understand the future, understand the present, and know where you're going for the future. My family, my mother, my father, my uncles, my aunts, they was Tomahawks.
Right.
Tomahawks was the
Tomahawk.
gang for my geographical area, for Brownsville, Ocean Hill, Brownsville, beginning of Crown Heights.
Right.
So where I'm geographically from, Ralph, Prospect, and Buffalo, the Decepticons is from that block also, the original Decepticons. So the origins or the grassroots of the gang culture or semi-gang culture in New York, I was directly or indirectly involved in.
Right.
So I understood it. Like I said before, the education of Sonny Carson, there used to be a rap group called X Clan. When we was younger, I don't know if you should be familiar with
Yeah, that's my
Brother
people,
J.
man.
Yeah, X Clan. I used to love
The
them.
X, yeah,
It was
yeah.
conscious. Yeah, they was conscious. Brother J,
Uh-huh.
Sonny Carson was his father. He
Right.
used to be
Okay.
like a street person or part of street gangs when he was younger, and he grew up in his latter days, became like an activist. You know what I mean? Doing stuff in the community, stuff the same vision that I'm on now.
Right.
If I just noticed that time do repeats itself in a whole lot of aspects. Everything goes in a circle, 120. And what I've noticed from the Tomahawks, from the 5%ers, from things of that nature, everybody go through their trials and tribulations when they're young, or when they're naive, or when they're inexperienced. But once they obtain a certain good with your popularity or your information, because I see there's no point of getting popular or having a spotlight on you if you're not doing nothing constructive or nothing real with it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, real again, a lot of people like to use the word cliche real. Real is being real to yourself, not real to the general population, not real to your peers, real to what you feel inside. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know your thinking process. So that's what it is again. Like I said, me and my peers and my lifestyle come from negative turning to positive. So therefore, I wanted to live on a positive. When I had the privilege and the honor of coming on your platform on the Beat 139, it was right after I'd done the Queen Flip interview. And, like I pointed out on there, and I pointed out on Mel's TV, I done it every day, the other day. I used to be wanted to be remembered in a vindictive, eventuate. You feel what I'm saying? In a negative sense. That's because I was incarcerated. People was talking about my lifestyle or our lifestyle. I wasn't included. So I felt people X me out. They didn't remember me. So I came home on that. But after the Queen Flip interview, I don't want to just be remembered no more. Because I got a lot of peers, like rest in peace to Killer Ben, my big homie Terminator E. You know, people of that nature, of that status, they're remembered in the hood sense. But I want to leave a legacy. Leaving a legacy is a different dynamic than being remembered. I want people to learn from my lifestyle and my peers' lifestyle. I just don't want to be a hood story or a hood tale for nothing, without no real impact behind it.
Talk about it.
So that's my new plight, and that's what I got my sights on now, on becoming a legacy. And when you become a legacy, you have to do something within. When I say within, the truth is the youth. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the proof. That's our future. You understand what I'm saying? That's the full circle. So therefore, I give back, I'm going to continue the plan on to give back in that aspect. So therefore, I would leave a legacy. So instead of my 2 L's or our 2 L's meaning low lives, it'll mean leaving a legacy or living legacy or living legend. You feel what I'm saying? Metaphor and make the L's mean something else. That's part of being innovative. I like being innovative, like digging in the bag, being a little bit different.
And I salute you on that, man, what you're saying, brother, for real. Because, like I tell people all the time, it's better for you to tell your story than somebody else to tell your story, number one. And for dudes that been through, through the trenches coming up in life, you know what I'm saying, that it's good for the community, it's good for the youth to hear these stories, you know what I'm saying, and learn, you know what I'm saying, that this, we all come up in the struggle, but you can turn it around, And for what better person like such as me or such as you to, to give that inspiration, man, with these, with the walk.
Also, I would like to add, right? It's a million people like myself. When I say myself, meaning people that was popular when they was children, people that was popular throughout their life in their geographical areas that came from hardship, like myself. But what makes me stand out more than others is me and my peers' influence runs deep. It's just not rooted in hip hop and in the Brooklyn culture or Brownsville or Crownsville or Crown Heights culture. Our culture spread it throughout the land to other continents, to Japan, everywhere. But mainly is this: I raised above the obstacles, meaning I have information, and information is power. Knowledge is real power. It took me to be incarcerated with life to understand that the pen is mightier than the sword. You heard? And I'm being extremely sincere. By me understanding the dynamics of words and understanding the law and understanding them keys that's on the West law books and stuff like that, that what opened up the doors to me being able to converse with you now and everything else. I read. I put a whole bunch of information inside my mind. So therefore, people can't use me as pawns like some of my older peers did when I was a child growing up. Because that's one of the things that get me extremely frustrated. It can be somebody that's savvy or more wavy or more hip in a certain area, and they will use that against you. They won't hit an individual. They use that. I'm not with that. I'm not. It's like crabs in a barrel syndrome. I don't got to step on you to get to the top. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I explained, like you keep making reference to stories. I always ride this, and I'm gonna continue to ride this hard. Is I don't like a story. A story is something from the European Anglo-Saxon point of view. It's history. History is his story. I like to chronicle lives. I like to tell my stuff as it goes along. I don't like to add. I don't like to subtract from it. Because like I said again, me being savvy in the legal department, stories, when you go to trials, whoever tell the best story, whoever could tell the best story, that's who wins. And sometimes you don't win on the merits of the evidence or merits of the facts or merits of the law. It's all three combined together. You understand what I'm saying? So just like now with the pandemic, with the epidemic, with the information about masks, one day they'll tell us these masks we wear is good for us. One day they tell us it's not. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to obtain the correct information so we can move correctly. If we don't, then we'll be misled. And we know we've been like that forever. I know all my life I've been misled. And my whole point is I'm trying to stop it when it comes past me. So this is what I know I did my duty for my age bracket and for my peers, because I'm in the streets every day. Like I'm out here every day. Every day. And this police brutality and all this lack of information, they have us locked down like martial law or something. And that's real. And that's real deal. Like me and you conversed before. I understand the dynamics of, the redemption and all that stuff too. Partly what we're going through now.
Right.
Paralyzing our movement. You know what I mean? And still, again, information, still not giving us a lot of information, putting us in our houses together. And some people's not. We haven't been around our family members 24 hours in a whole lot of time. I got a whole lot of people. And a whole lot of people can't be confined because they don't know themselves, but they don't feel comfortable with themselves. They need outside entities to entertain or carry them on.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So the government and everything will play a big part of it, but everything comes with inside. When I say that, meaning with inside my inner culture, which is the low life, or in Brownsville or Brooklyn, or even in the YouTube world, like we all got to sit together. We all sit together. Unity plays a part in mostly everything.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it's our responsibility. Well, I don't know about nobody else. I'm gonna say it's my responsibility, mine, and I don't have no problem with taking it on because I really get off on this. When I say get off, meaning like people that personally know me know that I love to debate.
Yeah.
But it's even better debating with a purpose and getting knowledge and getting understanding at the end. The main part is about getting understanding and let someone else feed off the input. They can get a great understanding from it too. Also,
right. So let me ask you a question. So you have Rudy Low Chronicles.
yes.
Talk to people about that.
All right, Rudy Low Chronicles. Like I explained before, Rudy Low Chronicles was birthed out of me being incarcerated, coming home from a life sentence. People in our culture not knowing who I personally was, Rudy Lowe, the creator of the logo, Mr. Foreign, ever barring, always scoring. So therefore, I had to let the people that didn't know who I was know who I am. When I came home, my peer, Thurston Howell III, was doing his thing, with entertainment, rapping, selling merch with hats and shirts. My other peer, Rack Low, RL Jury, shouted out. They was doing the pendants. He had the barbecue logos on the deuce. Everybody, both of them had something they was doing. So, I wanted to do something that nobody else can do. I didn't want to walk in nobody else's shoes or in their footsteps. I want to be Mr. Foreign, never boring. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I happily, personally, have a video when we was children, about 89, and 88, with my peers running out of stores interviewing each other. So we call it Low Life Movement. I own that. It's clips of it that I released a few years ago, only clips of it. So since I had that vision, and also in addition to, I dealt with numerous peoples, and I can break down people in the pictures. Like I'm a historian. Like I have a memory that of an elephant. My memory's intact, so I can sit there and I knew how to break it down. Other people wasn't doing that. I used to be frustrated and angry, but not anymore. I'm glad that my peers, that everything happened the way it happened, because I maybe wouldn't be as relevant as I am now.
Right.
If my peers would have told the accurate story, or they would have chronicled everything correctly, then I maybe wouldn't have this shine that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm popular now, present tense with my culture, because I can fill in the blanks that they didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
I can go over and reiterate what they already went over and critique it. That's what Real Chronicles is about, critiquing what people in my culture already said. Going to a picture or a time and going over that, walking through that. But like I said again, I chronicle-ize. I don't want to remix something. People used to remix and stuff. I don't want none of my peers to have to do what I did. Meaning this, you don't have to come behind me and advocate and demand or fight for who you are in my culture. Because no matter if we had good times or bad times, I'm going to involve you in it.
Right,
and I should leave nothing out. I'm never going to leave nothing out. There's no need to remix nothing. Okay. That's where Rudy Chronicles was birthed from.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So now that it's here, and I'm just going to bring it because I got a whole lot. It's a whole lot present still happening. So all I'm going to do is just chronicleize my life. And, along my life, a lot of people touch me. I intertwine with a lot of people. And I'm going to bring it like that. Like I said before, it's like I'm driving a vehicle and I'm just elaborating or explaining what's going on when I'm in the vehicle, what's on the side roads, what's on the side of me, and what's ahead of me and what was behind me.
So, been watching you for a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I admire, your movement and the man that you are. There's a lot of things. You always places in the community when things is happening, man. You know what I'm saying? And you always bring it back to the people, man. On the real, man. Let's talk about that, man.
Like I say, I'm an advocator. Yeah. One of my other handles is Esquire.
Esquire, everywhere, on
fire. But niggas in the can. Shout out to the guard shot. People in the can know that I advocate like this towards the warden. I represented myself in court. I talked to the judge like this. This I don't know. When I was young, like I explained before, my plights. When I got incarcerated, I was illiterate, legally illiterate. Mm-hmm. The things that I accomplished while I was incarcerated, especially by me getting my reversal, is astronomical. Meaning that I had 1 in a million chance. What I learned is, like myself and my peers, we can emulate a lot. Like rap music and hip hop, I am a part of hip hop. I am hip hop. Mm-hmm. I always learn from a young age. If I love the song, I can memorize the song. I hear it a few times, I catch it.
Right.
When I was growing up as a child, the 5%ers, Peace to the Gods and Earths, a lot of people was mimics. They used to just, you quote the lessons, people can repeat them, recite them. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to go a little bit more deeper than that. When I got incarcerated, them same principles or the same energy I had, I used that to do the law. And to fuck with, I started out with correctional law, beating tickets, disciplinary, things like that in advance. Mm-hmm. But that's the real key, sitting there. So when I sat there and I won my reversal, like I know almost anything's possible within the rims of reality. When I say almost anything's possible, meaning this, I'm an atheist, so I deal with reality. But I'm saying within the rims of my reality, whatever the existing reality is, if you learn the ins and outs, the rules, I can walk through anything. Right. That's my word. So I know if I can do it, and there's a lot of other children that come from better backgrounds than me or have better maybe learning skills than I could, and I know they'll be able to accomplish the same thing. They might not realize it, or they might use their great qualities for negative reasons, like I did, and like me and my friends did, because man, we're creative, we're innovative like a motherfucker. Like we was entrepreneurs before we knew we was entrepreneurs. We didn't know. There's a lot of things that we go through in life, but we don't know the title to it until we learn it and then think back in retrospect and put titles to something. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what's helping it with me. And nowadays with the internet, this is like this. I put a post up yesterday with the bro Wallow. Shout out, 2 L's up, Wallow, and with Jadakiss. Wallow is part of my culture.
Right.
Low life from Philadelphia, $1 million worth of $1 million worth of dreams. You know what I mean? Him and Gilly the Kid. What they talking about in the post I put up yesterday was he done a large amount of time incarcerated, and he came out with nothing, but he came out and used the phone, which is right now 5G, the phones, the cameras. They trying to make that our enemy right now. Like I said at the beginning of when we going live, turn the negative into a positive. We as black people, we in the bottom, we know how to do this. So everybody that using the phones against us, become creative, post merch, create a brand so you can survive from here to Japan, throughout other lands. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm a brand. And that's one of the things that's going to make me survive and help me thrive to the top. Because Rudy Low is low life, and low life is a brand.
Right.
You are a brand. Like, it's incorporated in numerous things.
Yes, it is.
Everything. So long as we sit there and we go on our phones, the same way when we be incarcerated, we go into our inner minds, or we go into our books, or we go into our hard decisions, our nightmares, or good times.
Right.
You got to bring it out, because at the large rate we going, and I post a lot of police brutality, a lot of it, because it's all of it's going on.
Right.
And I get a lot of feedback from people that's part of other gangs or other cultures, and there's a lot of people that's with phones, watching, taping, and not doing anything else.
Right. Right.
That's fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? That's fucked up. And I understand a lot of people don't like to put themselves in the front line, but I don't know. I'm one of them people. I'd rather put myself on the front line for a cause than put myself on the front line for some negativity or going to prison, what I mean, for doing wrong. Because that's what I've done all my life. I'm willing to make a change now. And I'm just not talking. I don't get paid. Nobody asks me to do anything. I do this because it's authentic. And only authentic shit I fuck with. If it ain't real, I ain't fucking with it. Real only recognize official. You know what I mean? That's the RORO acronym. That's one of the acronyms that I live by.
It's facts. But so Mike Tyson from Brownsville, right?
Yes, of course. One of the most famous. One of my idols.
Yeah. What was your relationship with Mike Tyson growing up, man?
Me per se, I don't got a direct relationship with him, but my family, he grew up with my family. My grandmother partially helped raise him. My uncle, my sisters, my uncles and stuff. He grew up on Amboy, where he grew up at. The same uncles that was tomahawks and everything. Yeah. So they was a little older than him. So they was people that he looked up to.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? One of my other peers, Money, shouted out, trying to get released soon. We working on an innocent project. They was extremely tight. Him, Money, and my Uncle Tonio. Like that. Matter of fact, shout out to Big Money, the other Money home now, you know what I mean? Tyson us together. But he's from the same place as I'm from. Actually, it was kind of ironic. He was incarcerated in Elmwood and Tryon, Johnstown, New York, and DFY. And a few years later, I was incarcerated in the same cottage, in the same facility with him. So, we come from the same backgrounds, and it's similar, intertwined.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. So how you feel about Mike Tyson coming back fighting Shannon Briggs?
Oh. I don't know. See. I don't know. I have my theories. Yeah. I have my theories. I don't know if you remember when I was in your show. I kept advocating, and I'm still pushing for the $8 million that was allocated to my community after the old timer shooting. After the shooting in Brownsville, an old timer thing. Shout out to Killer Kev and 2 or 3 other individuals, community activists in our community. They're trying to get a gym. They trying to get a gym for our community. Right. They want to get a gym, to detour the youth from things to get into. You understand? That's good. That's positive. I just beg to differ. I know that I never was athletic growing up. Everybody in our community, all the youths don't know how to play basketball, and everybody don't know how to fight. You may meet some people that like to deal with, arts and crafts or performing arts. You know what I mean? Deal with music, reading, and things of that nature. So I feel some of the money should be spread out. But with Riddick Bowe, with the champ, and Mike Tyson fighting, is a little small rumor that they may do it for the UFC also, and it may help put the spotlight and bring funding to our community for the new boxing gym that they want to bring to Brownsville community. Because I just found this out recently that Brownsville geographically is a place that breeded the most boxers.
Mm.
You know, Jab Judah, Danny, Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, Shannon Briggs.
Uh-huh.
All of them is from, you know what I mean, Killer Kev, all of them is from Brownsville, geographically.
Right,
So,
right.
and we know economically and population-wise, Brownsville is condensed. There's a whole bunch of us on top of each other.
Right.
So if they doing it along them lines, then it's kudos. I salute them because
Right.
at least they reaching back in the community, trying to do something for the community. At least they ain't move out the community and totally forgot about us.
Right, right, right. So how you feel about rats and rat lovers, man?
Oh shit!
You knew that was coming.
You know I don't like that. Kill all rats, man.
Yeah.
Fuck the rat bastards. You heard me? But check this out, man. I had life. I had a life sentence. Me per se, root up in fear. From Edward Jones. Edward Jones sitting down, testifying on me. He used to be a stand-up nigga. Now he sit down to aim. And to talk about that, I commented on somebody post the other day. And it was somebody posted I followed hard. I can't recall right now, but somebody made a post with something about rats, about 6ix9ine, etc. And what's the sister that was on your platform? I like her. Miss T?
Yeah, Miss T, yeah.
All right. I follow her. I follow her hard body. And I listen to her. But she made a comment on one of the posts, right? Saying I don't understand why everybody keep getting on, spending so much time paraphrasing. Why they spend so much time conversing about rats. And then she went on to say something to the effect that she's the only one, or she is qualified, or maybe the only one qualified to speak on the topic because her men was real people that did time, got money, and put in work. Now, her men probably did do time, get money, and put in work. I'm not going to deny that. But she didn't sit behind bars. She didn't sit behind no bars like I did. I sat behind the bars. I sat in the courtroom when niggas testified. I read the paperwork or the minutes from time to time. But more importantly, I want to know, I want to spotlight this. It's not the point about doing anything to a rat. I wouldn't ask none of my comrades, none of my friends to do nothing to Edward Jones Bagger, the one that told on me. Because you asking to go down yourself. You already know what it is. But you supposed to alienate any rat bastards. When I say alienate, don't accept them amongst your circumference. Don't talk to them. Meaning this, look at Outpo. Everybody talk all this rat shit. If Outpo would have came home and nobody of popularity or nobody of street substance would have embraced them, then maybe people like 6ix9ine, which is younger, wouldn't have did the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying do nothing to him, motherfucker. Alienate him. When he come around, nobody talk to him. Nobody give him no energy. You feel what I'm saying? When I was a child, I'm talking about extremely young, inside my family household, I used to tease my little cousins with that movie called Carrie. Remember the movie Carrie?
Yeah.
The Carrie movie when the girl was in school, they dropped the blood on her. If you go around somebody and there's 5 people around and y'all alienate one person like little kids, oh, we ain't talking to you. Oh, get out of here, get out of here. A person's gonna get the vibes, they're gonna feel the vibes, get the cold shoulder, they're gonna come around no more. But what people do is, oh, he didn't tell on me, she didn't tell on me, oh, I'm gonna look the other way, oh, I ain't doing nothing wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So they condone that shit, indirectly or directly. Now, there's a whole lot of other people that untold. T.I., Tip, told when his best friend Philip or Phil got killed out of town, he took the stand inside that trial and testified. No matter how long it go by, niggas want to act like they forget. You feel what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of people that have testified already. But guess what? Popularity rules everything. Nobody care about what's sincere, what's real. They care about what's trending and what's popular. You feel what I'm saying? So I speak on it when it needs to be spoken on, but I don't like rats, people that go against it. And I want to point this out. A lot of people, when you talk about 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine use the same excuses that, what's the OG from Harlem? Nicky Barnes. The OG from Harlem, Nicky Barnes told. The excuse he used was, niggas was fucking his girl. Guess what? Cliche. That's what 6ix9ine say. 6ix9ine say niggas try to kill him, which may be a fact. But 6ix9ine and people like 6ix9ine, y'all is not keeping it real with your peers. You keep it real to the game. See, this is the thing. You married to the game. You ain't married to your peers. You ain't married to your blood. You ain't married to your lopes. You married to the game. The game. And the game say stay the same or you're a fucking lame. That's what the game say. So the game say do not tell. When you grow up in your household, if you live in the ghetto, your parents tell you, your aunts and uncles tell you not to tell. Nigga, I told you, fuck you doing going to tell your little cousin. You don't tell your little cousin. Y'all sit together when you get the fuck out there. You deal with whatever demons you got in-house. You don't go outside and do that shit out there. You feel what I'm saying? But nowadays it's something different. Oh, yo, he had to tell. Or what you would have did. What I would have did. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but these crab-ass niggas say it make them even. Even ain't good enough to me. You feel what I'm saying? A nigga told on me, I got a whole bunch of information. Remember, I'm a nosy nigga and I remember everything. So I could have been came home, I could have never went to jail. But that's not part of my fucking DNA. It's not a part of my DNA. I don't give a fuck, and this is what it is. It's not being real to everybody else. Being real to yourself. When you look in the mirror, what the fuck do you see? You see yourself. You know you told. You know you're a piece of shit. You know you don't like yourself, but you put on that fake disguise and you go outside and you hide the shit. And you act like it's a fucking circus. Red clowns that run around town. All clowns fall down. That's all this shit is. This shit is like Hollywood, like I always say. Niggas know how to get in there and get in where they fit in and know how to make it work for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that dirty work make it hurt. You hurt? Them dirty rat bastards. The niggas need to make the niggas dig in their holes. Like every few months, my co-defendant that told on me he surfaced. Somebody that we have mutual friends with or contact me. Last time was like maybe a few months ago. He was in Harlem. He ran down on one of the low lights from Bushwick on Milk. Oh yeah. So all I do is blast the nigga. Whatever geographical area I know he in, I link with one of them, spread it out there hard. Now he run back in his hole. That's like rats do. Rats suppose they rodents. Rodents are supposed to live in a hole. They don't supposed to be amongst us out here because guess what? When they bite you, they affect you. They fuck up your food. They no good. But guess what? People throw their morals and principles out the window for monetary value. I'm going to say that one more time. People throw their morals and principles out the window for monetary value. And I didn't do it for my freedom. I did not do it for my freedom. Ain't nobody enough and more important in this whole world than my freedom besides my biological son. And I did it for both of them. So I'm not, nothing outside of that gets no attention. Like, you got to be crazy.
Wow.
You gotta be crazy. You gotta be able to wake up with yourself. I can look at my son in the eyes. I can look anybody in the face and talk to them like a man, eye to eye. I don't gotta worry about none of that other shit. The whole, like, yo, shit is crazy. It's a dude that's one of my peers from my community. Fuck it, I don't blast the nigga name, man. I used to respect him. Jimmy, Indian boy Jimmy. You know what I mean? He was well respected. You know what I mean? He did over 20 something. We did over 20 in a can. He was a young individual with some older individuals before he got incarcerated the first time, and he stood tall. And a whole lot of people with that thing crumbled and fell down to the floor. You know what I mean? It didn't tell. But he came home and was shaken out again. He was successful, but he got snagged and he sang like a canary. He told on something from 30 years ago, bro. 30 years ago. Like, damn, nigga be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back in the bag, man. Niggas gonna be mad, but fuck it. Y'all niggas gonna be mad and sad. I'm gonna go back in the bag. I'm gonna tell on something 30 years ago. Come on, that's some sad shit right there. That's some sad shit, but long as they say time heal all wounds. I don't believe that, but that's what it is on the surface. So once a little bit of time go by and brush it on the rug, somebody of popularity, fuck with them, and then everybody gonna forget about it. And that's why we need to make record of stuff. That's like this. I want to give a shout out, man. Fuck that nigga. Name that rhyme with hip hop. That nigga that flip flop. Hey, yo, Tip Top. Shiloh is home. Salute to my homeboy Shiloh. Came home like a week ago. That's somebody I spoke about in the past on Rudy Chronicles. Brother named Tip Top. Testified on him. Gave him 25 in the can. He was my neighbor in Green Haven. When I got my reversal, like, he's a close friend. And he's released. I spoke to him a few days ago.
Right.
And I'm gonna bring that back up. The brother Tip Top, not even a brother, the fucking parasite Tip Top went against the grain and went against the game and told. He was a lame. But he was able to come back out here, switch whips. Now he in the next whip, part of a new set. You know what I mean? And got car clubs, got popularity. He be on YouTube. Y'all can Google him. You know what I mean? Tip Top. He on YouTube and all that. He got popularity, but he told. This is what I don't understand. So now that Shiloh's home, I'm going to put that on Amplify, throw that on blast again. So hopefully people like him can run back inside, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the shit ain't cool. And a lot of people don't want to do this. A lot of people be like, oh, it ain't my job to do. It's my job to do. it's a job that I take to do because of me and my peers. If I still was in the can, I'd be in front of the TV arguing like I'm up. Yo, that nigga's a rat. Yo, fuck that nigga. I'll be sending kites out. So why the fuck I'm gonna come home and forget about my comrades are still in the can? Niggas like, I still think like them. I'm just getting a little bit mature and I got this outside entity involved with me, but I'm still the same person that was in the can. You feel what I'm saying? The same way like this pandemic, epidemic going on now, ain't nobody worrying about people that's incarcerated. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody worrying about what's out here, like how we gonna prevent things and how we gonna carry on out here. I don't see nobody giving no funds to nobody incarcerated. Right. No motherfucking stimulus check. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm a voice. I love being a voice for the people unheard. I love being a voice for the people that's coming from the bottom that's gonna go to the top. That was me and my peers storyline, and that's going to continue to be the same storyline. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like Robin Hood, man. That's the only thing. That's the only thing successful, man. And that's what makes it so colorful. That's what makes one of the things that make it so colorful. The things that we go through, the trials and tribulations. Nothing was given to us. Nothing was given to me. I didn't earn anything easy, and I continue to work hard. I don't know no other way. I don't know no other way. I wake up 5 o'clock every day. I'm still a jail nigga. I wake up and I still carry the same ideology, the same thing. That's what helped me stay on my grizzly. You know what I mean?
Right. Stay focused.
Yeah, I gotta stay focused, man. But I don't know. It's good. Like I never had this much information in my life, meaning by the internet. You know what I mean? Like, I told you before on a personal level. Like you can lock me. I can stay locked in forever. Like for real. This information is crazy. You can still reach out to people. So I guess being incarcerated taught me how to learn myself and know myself. Right. So when you know yourself and you love yourself, you feel comfortable with yourself. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody ain't reached that stage, or everybody didn't have to go through what me and other brothers that was incarcerated go through to reach the point where we at now. Right. And that's, and don't get me wrong, that's a blessing.
Yes, it is. So let's talk about, don't you got a low life clothing line or something like that?
Yeah, shout out Willie Esco, man. Waiting for that package to come right now. Yeah. We have a low life brand. Like I said, our merch is a brand. We have a clothing line in conjunction with Willie Esco, backed by Damien from Fubu. You know what I mean? We wrinkled out the differences. This little pandemic stalled stuff up, but we about to push that hard body. RL Jury, rack lowest pendants is still being pushed. Yeah, everything. We just I'm working on my memoirs now. You know, I'm trying to update my memoirs, my book. There's more information out there, like Low Life American Classic. Rack wrote that. Bury Me With My Low One, Thurston Howard III. Big Low wrote that. So there's a whole lot of stuff. We just, like I said, we just still making everything happen. But it's gonna come to the top real soon. Right. I started working with Ray Luke recently. Shout out to Ray Luke. So I'm supposed to be a new addition to one of his projects. Okay. With so I got the acting skill now, a little acting bug. You know? So I'm just trying to use as much platforms and much avenues as possible to get my words and my visions out there. Like I say, the pandemic and everything it slowed everything up. I was happy that you hollered at me, that Mel TV hollered, but other than that, I ain't had nothing on my agenda. But as soon as it's done, I'm waiting to go on Vlad, and that's going to be the cream of the crop for me. That's that's my apex.
Yeah, he up there. Yeah, he up there.
Critical.
He up there. He up there.
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there.
You know, I get like right now. I don't do no hating. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to be politically correct now. I'm trying to dance around stuff, but I'm gonna get back to the smokes and all the jokes when I get up there, because that'll be the correct platform for that.
Exactly. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. So right now, with the pandemic, you say it's in the way. So how are you staying relevant outside of just doing like platforms and stuff?
I'm in the hood. It's all good. Like a person come through Brownsville, they're gonna see me. I work hard with my community. You know what I mean? My community center, Van Dyke Community Center. I work with Belmont. I work with Violence In, Brownsville Violence In, Violence Out. I'm really like, when I was incarcerated, I used to be on IOC. IOC is like a politician or something. You know what I mean? That's like equivalent to that when you were incarcerated. I was inmate liaison committee. I advocated for the people in population, people that was incarcerated, for my peers. Yeah. So I do the same thing out here in these latter years. Right. So I'm here. I got to be hands-on. I got to be hands-on. If I'm not hands-on, ain't nothing going to happen. Because ain't nobody going to move with a passion and a drive like I have.
Right.
And besides that, like I say, my comrade enemy is my enemy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on the bottom. Like, you got to know the sides. Like, that's the opposition. You know what I mean? Like, I brag about this a lot in life. Ain't no gray areas in life. Life is about black and white, day and night. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the dynamics behind that. So I'm for the people. For the people. I'm always going to be for the people. So I got to be with the people, to be for the people. That's what made Happy Birthday a late one. I already posted it to Detroit Red, Malcolm X. That's what made him so relevant. When he came as the people. You got to come as the people. I can't come as an older person with suits. You know, the peers ain't gonna try to hear me. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna get out of this old time and coming over here talking with that back to Africa shit. They ain't, you know what I mean? But when I come, the way I be, it's more acceptable. At least they can sit down and entertain something, listen to me, and I might get something across.
So, you got any documentaries out there like and stuff like that?
No, not personally. There's a whole lot of there's a whole lot of information out there on us. But I ain't getting nothing done for me. I got info minds. You can log in on YouTube. Follow Rudy Low Chronicles. I got about 50 videos. My videos is lengthy, so some people look at it as a documentary, but it's not a doc to me. But you got a HBO documentary, Very Ralph Lauren, Very Ralph, done with Thurston Howell III. You have Horsepower documentary done with Complex with Thurston Howell III again, Racklow and Sheena, shout it out, Prance. That mad stuff, you got the Crazy 80s Babies. I did a documentary, The Crazy 80s Baby, that's on YouTube. I'm a part of it, Low Life's a part of it. I don't know, just put Low Life's in, man. Google Low Life. Or like I said again, Rudy Low Chronicles. Follow Rudy Low Chronicles on YouTube, and there's a whole heap of information right there.
Okay, there you go. So look, man, tell everybody your links, man, for your clothes, for whatever you got going on, man. Give them all the links.
Rudy Low Chronicles on IG, of course. Rudy Low Chronicles. Rudy Low Chronicles on you. Rudy Low on Facebook. Rudy Low Chronicles on Twitter. YouTube. Rudy Low Chronicles. Hit Racklow, RL Jury. Thurston Howell III. Big Low for the merch.
There you go. Hey, listen, bro, I appreciate you taking out your time on your busy schedule, man. You outside.
No, this is love. I live with the people, man. We all equal, you heard?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. If I had to get you on the show, man, I saw I get my man Rudy Low on there, you know?
Thank you. You gave me love, and, I fucked with y'all hard body. You already.
Always, man, you know?
Can't wait to come back up there again.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for the opportunity, man. 2 L's up to everybody, love and loyalty. And one last thing, let's all of us come together within the low life community and our community as a whole. We up to 250,000 now. Last time I talked, it was like 250,000 low lights now. Let's deal with unity. 2 L's up, love and loyalty. Welcome home to Ralph Lowe. I don't know. That's about it. Shout it out again, man.
That's good, yo. But thank you for, like I said, coming to the show, taking time out your busy schedule. And we're going to be in touch. You know how we do.
Yeah, shout out Hocus 4/5, Mike's on. Salute, comrades.
There it is. So I'm going to ask you one last question. So if Mike Tyson is supposed to fight Shannon Briggs, who you think going to win, man?
I have to go with Mike Tyson, man. That's the only person that made me, that's the only sports figure that I look up to. When he lost, I was in trial. When he lost the fight, I cried. You know what I mean? So
yeah. All right. There it is.
The bottom line, of course, we want to see who wins, but it's the outcome of it. Hopefully, we get something real positive from it and do something for the whole Brownsville community. Exactly. You know what I mean? For years to come, they can say, I can hopefully look back and say, I had a little part to do with it.
Exactly.
I'm damn sure going to post it and promote it. I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah, it's going to be big, man.
My Townsville, Crownsville, baby.
There it is. Rudy Low Life. Thank you for coming to the show,
2
bro.
L's up. Salute to the OGs.
Salute, baby. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Vibe.
Y'all got to get with the program, champ. 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 Y'all Y'all gotta get with the program, champ. 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 Y'all gotta get with the 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 program, champ.